Well, good afternoon. I'm Alex. This is Josh. We are the target audience. Content's made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us guys, and hopefully for you guys as well. Today, lucky episode 17, Star Trek Season 2, the original series, a piece of the action. A little more simplistic than the trials and tribulations of Triskele. You just told me the name before we started recording. I already forgot. I don't have much to say about it, but someone in the comments pointed out, the reason why the colors are so vibrant and solid and big is because color TV was just coming into its own, or coming into existence at that time. So, that makes sense why everything is like red shirt, yellow shirt, blue. Everything's so like solid and bright. I'm like, oh, that's neat. I didn't even think about that. But besides that, I'm ready to move on from it.
Yeah, for sure. I enjoyed the episode, but I'm ready to keep going. We are approaching 3,500 subscribers on the channel, so from our last goal being 2,000, we're about halfway to the next big milestone of 5,000 subscribers, so let's keep it going. Make sure to spread this video out to all the other Star Trek fans out there. We've been just loving hearing everybody's thoughts and insights on Star Trek. It's been a great time so far in this first season and a half, and we're going to keep going and watching it forever. So we're also watching Firefly on the channel. I know a lot of you guys are enjoying that, and that'll be more of that coming soon as well, and more spooky Halloween stuff coming this October too. So make sure to subscribe if it's your first time here. Become part of the target audience.
Approaching Sigma Yosho.
Sigma.
They relate us to a man named Oxmix. His title is Boss.
Boss?
Hello, Captain. You're from the same outfit as the Horizon?
We only received her radio report last month.
What are you talking about? The Horizon left here 100 years ago.
Well, your system is on the outer reaches of the galaxy. They didn't have subspace communication in those days.
Toward the edge of what?
We'll transport several people down. Well, that's a little difficult for you to understand, too.
They must be primitive.
I was about to say, are they talking to someone in the past?
Spock, McCoy, we're beaming down. Standard equipment.
They didn't even get a chance.
What was the state of the Ioshan culture before the Horizon came?
The beginnings of industrialization.
It's one of the backlot sets episodes.
Also, let it be known, we still haven't hit title card yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a mobster episode. Yay!
Put your hands over your head. You ain't gonna have no head to put your hands over.
This week they have to infiltrate the mob, take it down from the inside.
Kirk's gonna question the mob's motives. Have him rethink their... Why do you do what you do? Why are you tormenting these poor people?
He turns himself in.
What's this?
That's a weapon. Be careful of that.
A heater, huh? You trying to make trouble?
Who, me?
Don't give me those baby blue eyes.
What?
Sir, does everyone here carry firearms?
I never heard such stupid questions in my life.
I also love that they seemingly have no reaction to Spock being, like a Vulcan. Like, usually they try to hide it somehow.
Yeah, no beanie for him. Oh!
Oh, God.
That man's scared back there.
Yeah, we ain't playing for peanuts. Let's get moving.
Great framing, right in front of the ice cream cart.
Hey, when's the boss gonna do something about the crummy streetlights around here, huh?
Oh, even they have guns as well. That's nice.
Get lost, will ya? Got him, boss. No sweat.
All right, bring him in.
No pictures, no paintings, just guns on the wall.
Pick up a cue, Captain. Go ahead.
That is Chicago.
Where'd you get this?
Hey, wait a minute.
Is it like their Bible?
The book. They left it. The other ship, the Horizon.
It was left 100 years ago. Huh.
You give me all the heaters I need. Enough tools so I can knock off all those punks all at once.
Now, let me get this straight. You want us to supply you with arms? My orders are quite explicit.
I ain't interested in your orders. Is that understood, pal?
Can't they just leave?
I know they haven't done the cliched like communicator isn't working thing yet, but maybe they. I know they took the phasers. Maybe they took the communicators as well.
What's this thing?
It's a communication device.
How does it work?
Okay, yeah, they did take their communicators as well.
In the back, boss. Come on.
I feel like this means Kirk's gonna be fist fighting at some point in this episode. I do love the idea, just like to them, it would be essentially like an alien race coming down in this ship, and then they give them not like advanced technology or anything, just like a book about Chicago mobs, and that's what they base their entire culture on. That's hilarious.
I got your captain and his friends down here. If you want to see them alive again, you'll send me down 100 of these fancy heaters you got.
Lieutenant Hadley, check the language banks and find out what a heater is.
I was about to say, I thought I was going to ask, what is a heater?
They evidently seized upon that one book as the blueprint for an entire society, as the Bible.
If this society broke down as a result of the Horizon's influence, then the Federation is responsible, and we've got to do something to straighten this mess out.
I like this idea of like a previous ship from the Federation coming, and then they're cleaning up their mess. Like we haven't really seen that before either. I think that's interesting.
The name of the game is called, Fizbin.
Fizbin.
Fizbin. The second card is turned up, except on Tuesdays.
On Tuesday.
Making it up.
Oh, look at that. You got another Jack! How lucky you are! What are the odds in getting a Royal Fizbin?
I've never computed them, Captain.
All right, Will, just do what you want.
Yeah, definitely seems like an improv.
Yeah,
I would
it's got to
not be surprised.
Oh, I'll get it.
There you go.
All that for that. You called it. Definitely called it.
Bones holding the gun.
Find the radio station. Uhura's monitoring the broadcasts.
Yeah.
Cut in and have
Spock is double-fisted.
Fox mix with me.
Jim, you
Bones, this mess is our responsibility. You have the orders, let's go.
I need a screenshot of Spock holding up both guns like this, and it will be my wallpaper forever, and I will buy a poster of that.
Okay, Pally, we're going for a ride.
If you don't mind, I'd rather walk.
Listen, Pally, this could either be a taxi or a hearse.
And I like the little touch, like look at Kirk how he's holding the gun, because he's like not familiar with it.
That makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
You do that very well. Power you with primitive radio equipment.
Well, Bones, remember when we time traveled and you messed up that whole episode?
Yeah, you should have seen the tools I was working with then.
Enterprise, this is Mr. Spock.
Lieutenant Uhura here, Mr. Spock. Mr. Spock, what are you doing on this frequency?
Radio DJ Spock. Looks like they didn't learn how to do that correctly.
Just the fact he has like a poster of him with like that with bullseyes on it. That's pretty hilarious.
Krakow, Jojo Krakow. I'm the head of the whole South Side Territory. Hey, I'm glad to see you. I've got all of Bella's communications bugged. He can't make a date with a broad unless I know about it.
Is it a requirement for every mob boss on this planet to have a woman sitting on the desk like that?
Let me guess. You want heaters?
You give me what I want, and I'll cut you in for, say, a third.
This planet has to be united. Now, you know that. Bella knows that. Let's sit down. Talk about it like reasonable men.
The book tells us how to handle things.
I like the score, and I like how played that theme just for that woman to walk to the other side of the desk.
Yeah.
Tell Cyril the knife to sharpen up his blade. I just might have a job for
I
him.
gotta say, this society adjusted pretty perfect to that book. If it's only been around for, what, 2 generations at the most, if everyone here is from 30 to 50?
Yeah, I think they made like an offhand comment in the elevator before coming down that the planet was like similar to in the Industrial Revolution before the old ship got here, which I guess would kind of line up with, the beginning of the 20th century.
Well, feudal doctor.
Oh, they made it back.
No specifics. There is no record of such a culture based on a moral inversion. Mr. Oxmix, this is Mr. Spock.
Huh? Hey, how'd you get back up there? Racco's put the bag on your captain.
Why would he put a bag on our captain?
Kidnapped him, you dope. I can help you get your captain back. Then we can talk about the deal I want.
You mean you're gonna trust him? If we are to save the captain without blatant, forceful interference on this planet, Doctor, we are therefore forced to trust Mr. Oxmix.
Because, of course, they can't interfere except for whenever they want to.
I was about to say, isn't the Prime Directive... I don't think we've gone into it in this series at all.
They, like, bring it up offhand. Like, they'll be like, the Prime Directive. And then they'll just do whatever they want.
Help me! Help!
Like, I'm pretty sure it's, like, non-developed planets that have potential. Oh! Like, that have potential for growth. Ooh! Okay, I think he had the finger on the trigger there. I must have figured it out.
Though we hope to avoid interference, I suggest you set one of our phaser banks on a strong stun position.
Wait, is he able to do that remotely?
Just immediately.
Beam us up.
Incredible as it seems, Dr. McCoy and I are once again prisoners of the chief criminal boss.
Is this the first time we see someone doing a captain's log with them still on the screen?
Yeah, interesting. Like, they're on screen but not doing the log,
Yeah.
but it's their voice. Yeah, that was weird.
I would find it hilarious if Spock started literally doing it.
Right in front of him.
Yeah.
Drop the guns. Drop them. Now listen, you. Say, that's nice material.
It ought to be. It cost a bundle.
Get out of them. Nobody's gonna put the bag on me anymore.
Kirk's having fun. It's a good episode. Oh, hell yeah. Oh! Screenshot! Screenshot! I'm going back. I'm going to take a picture of that. That is perfect.
Do they know how to drive?
Key in the ignition, turn the ignition on, and nothing happens. Where's the starter?
To be fair, I couldn't drive a manual 1920s car either.
Yeah.
So. I was about to say, I bet it's in reverse.
You are an excellent starship commander, but as a taxi driver, you leave much to be desired.
Run along and play.
Where'd you get them ears?
Young man,
You gonna hit Krakow?
young man, this is likely to be quite hazardous. If I
Hold
were
on,
you,
Spock. Out of the mouth of babes.
Who you calling a babe?
I'm calling you a babe.
You calling me a babe?
Yeah, I'm calling you a babe, but there's nothing personal. Sit down. You know a way we could get close to them?
Sure.
How?
What's in it for me?
What do you want?
A piece of the action.
He said it.
Come on, why don't you get over me? Cut off your head and throw it your fist.
That's it. Let's go.
I want my kid.
Sonny, wait a moment. What have they done? What have they done to you? What have you done? Piece of the action.
I was wondering how I was going to get you back, and here you deliver yourself.
I think you've got it reversed, Mr. Krakow.
Put down your heaters.
The kid. Oh, never mind. Okay.
You thought the kid was going to be in on it?
I totally thought the kid was going to be in on it.
I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Krakow, that this is bigger than you, Oxmix, or anyone.
I'm curious how big this planet is and how big these territories spread. Or is it just like one city and then the rest is a wasteland?
Peanuts to an outfit like the Federation.
Unquestionably.
Right.
Right.
And you cooperate with us, and maybe we'll cut you in for a piece of the action.
Oh, he's picking up the accent. Kirk the mob boss.
I like how Krakow's in control here, then all of a sudden they're sitting at the desk like running the show. It's like, what?
All he had to do was turn on the accent. Immediately took over control.
Yeah, we're ready to make the hit. We're taking over the whole planet as soon as you get ready. He's standing about 12 feet in front of me.
Do you get what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
We're on the level.
Uhura gets
You
it.
know how it is. Aye. You got all that, Scotty?
Aye, Captain.
got him.
Genius. Love it.
You must be that Scott fella that Kirk was talking to. I want to know what happened.
It looks like we putting a bag on you, doesn't it? You mind your place, mister, or you'll be wearing concrete galoshes.
My goodness, Scotty.
I think Scotty would thrive on this planet.
So you locate the man on the other end of the blower and give him a ride to this flop.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if the situation had been such where they had to leave him when they got back to the Enterprise, Kirk would have still risen to the top on this planet.
What are you gonna do about it?
Coming over there with a couple of my boys, and we...
It's interesting. Do they beam him on the same planet from one location to another?
Yeah, I didn't know you can do that.
Just a random shootout occurring in the meantime.
Keep moving. One move out of you two guys, now drill him.
Damn, Bones, got to be more careful than that.
Damn it, Josh is a doctor, not a mob boss.
Yeah.
Put the ship's phasers on stun. Fire a burst in a 1-block radius around these coordinates.
The whole area?
Oh, just to show them like what he's capable of.
Ah.
Hey, that's some trick.
Hey, did you see that?
They're not dead, just knocked out for a while.
I was thinking, if there was just one, maybe somebody like you as the top boss.
The Federation can't get connected with a small-time operation like this. We'll be back every year to collect our cut.
Look, you figure maybe 40%'s enough?
40% sufficient?
It's reasonable.
I could see some higher ups in the Federation like, Kirk, did you take 40% from this primitive pet? It's like, oh, I did what I had to do, you know?
Yeah, he turns the accent on whenever that gets brought up.
I'm also curious as to how you propose to explain to Starfleet Command to collect our cut.
I propose that our cut be put into the planetary treasury. They'll be forced to accept conventional responsibilities. Isn't that logical?
I think I left it in Bella's office.
You left it?
I left my communicator.
In Bella's office?
If the Iosians, who are very bright and imitative people, should take that communicator apart...
They will, and they'll find out how the translator works.
You really think it's that serious?
Serious. It upsets the whole percentage. In a few years, the Iosians may demand a piece of our action.
What a weird, like, freeze frame ending.
Oh, that's a contender. That's a contender for favorites of the season, for sure. That was a lot of fun. Neat idea, and just made a great episode about it. I enjoyed all of that. That was fantastic.
Yeah, even though it's like on paper kind of you'd think like, oh, this is a silly premise. It's actually, the writing I think is very smart the way they went about it. Like it wasn't just, oh, we're just transporting him back to Earth in the 1920s, you know. Like it wasn't that simple. It was a new planet. This old Federation ship came, and I don't know if they accidentally left the book there. They kept saying that it was a contamination. I don't know why they would have that book in the first place. But, you know, contaminated the society with the Chicago mobs, and they built their whole culture around it. So they weren't like shocked per se to see Spock, a Vulcan, or like know that aliens exist, but they mimicked Earth, but they weren't human or from Earth. So I thought it was a bit smarter than your typical, you know, Earth-like setting episode. And it's also nice to see there are serious risks, because like they are obviously, they have guns pointed at them and everything, but it's not like a lot of times it's just like world ending, like the Enterprise is going to get destroyed. But in this one, it was just like, oh, we just got to deal with these mob guys and kind of have fun along the way. It was just a nice, fun kind of departure.
Yeah, Spock and Kirk in mob gear. I need to find like an HD picture of that. That's going up as my wallpaper ASAP. But yeah, a great example of just a fun idea but turned into a great episode. And like, you're right, not like world ending, but like also like an interesting idea. Like, I like the interesting idea of like, what if the gods were real, or what if Jack the Ripper was an entity, and what if like a planet was based around, instead of based around a Bible, that, you know, because people say that about our society, you know, it's like this book from, you know, thousands and thousands of years ago, people base their entire, you know, people still base their entire thing about this book. It's like, what if the book that was left behind wasn't the Bible? It was a history book of mob bosses. So everything is turned up to 11. They have like framed guns on the wall. I thought that was hilarious. And so neat, so fun. It's like everyone did a great job performance-wise. It's like nothing felt too slow or too fast. It just felt like I just wish it would keep going. We got to see everyone have fun. Kirk, especially Kirk and Spock. Just you tell Kirk was having a great time, just being able to play a mob boss. And I wish Scotty was down there with him as well. But
yeah, and the way they set up the story and the characters on this planet was also really well done. You obviously never have like a lot of time to do so, and some of the weaker episodes fall into a trap of trying to take too long to build these new characters that you're never going to see again, and it just ends up not really leading to anything. And this one, I feel like every time we met one of these mob bosses, it was like, boom, here they are, this is what they do, this is what they're like, here's their rival, this is what he's like. And it was just like very quick to the point of like you said about it keeping going. This could have almost been a setup for its own show, or like a more long form thing with how well they set up the characters, but it's only just ends up being for this episode, obviously, of Star Trek. But yeah, I just thought all around it was great writing in this episode. I was very impressed. It's nice to have this more like open ending with these societies that you meet, that you can kind of fill in the blanks of like, okay, from here, this is what I think happened with this culture and this society. And even though like Bones leaving behind the communicator is ultimately for a gag, like a joke at the end of the episode, it is interesting to think like, oh, they left that down there, and this is a very adaptable society as we've seen. How is that going to affect and meld with this mob boss culture that they have? So yeah, it was all just really interesting. It wasn't really much I had to complain about. It's not a dramatic episode or one that had me super emotional, but it was just a good time.
But like you said, a cool camera shot. I like the score, the sound effects of like the mob bosses, and pretty good set design. The cars and everything. Kirk and Spock trying to figure out the car was hilarious.
Yeah.
Them holding the guns, once again, perfect. And I'll definitely probably rewatch this one at some point.
All right, that's going to be our thoughts on a piece of the action. Let us know in the comments what you agree, disagree with what we said, or if there's anything else we didn't hit on that you like or dislike about the episode. Make sure to let us know. Is this one of your favorites, or do you hate episodes like this? We'd be very interested to know. And if it's your first time here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you ever want to see our full uncut reactions and discussions to these episodes and all the other reactions we do on the channel, plus exclusive content, you can check out our Patreon. The link for that is in the description, and become part of the target audience.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching along with us. I'm Alex. This is Josh. We are the target audience. Content's made for absolutely everybody. We think it's specifically made for us, and hopefully for you as well. Thanks again. See you next time.